carried on in that spirit, because then in the 60s they had this, the Mark II. It was glamorous enough for David Bailey and yet genteel enough for Inspector Morse, and still fast enough for London's villains. Let me show you one feature, one little detail that sums up the impact the Mark II had when it arrived in 1959. I'm not talking about the beautiful grille, or that long bonnet, or the wire wheels. It's back here. It's this badge, Dunlop disc brakes. And no, it wasn't just Jaguar showing off. You see, these were the same disc brakes that had brought them victory at Le Mans. And Jaguar were worried that because they stopped the Mark II so quickly, mere mortals might just pile into the back. That might sound twee today, but back in 1959, this technology was mind-blowing. Good enough, in fact, to put the Mark II in a league of its own. Today, Jaguar may be locked in a constant struggle with its German rivals BMW, Mercedes and Audi, but let's look at how the competition stacked up back then. This is the Mercedes, a 220 saloon. Racy. This is the BMW 2000. It's getting there, but power-wise, it's still very much in short trousers. And this is the Audi. They really weren't trying at all. They hadn't even bothered to exist in 1959. But not only did the Mark II drive better than everything else, it also looked better than everything else. Quite a tricky double whammy to pull off. Even more so when you consider that in 1959, Jaguar didn't even have a styling department. There were no professional style gurus employed to draw these glorious shapes. Sir William Lyons, Jaguar's founder, would in the day work in the office, doing the paperwork, running the company. And then of a summer's evening, he'd work on the prototypes, here, in his garden, using the light, just looking to see how it fell on these gorgeous curves. And best of all, the head gardener of the time says that all the local boys and girls would line up along that wall and just peep over and watch him work. The 3.8 could hit 60 miles an hour in 8.5 seconds. That was faster than all the Germans, faster than many of the purpose-built sports cars of the day.